Breaking news, Arsenal fans, about Thomas Partey. None other than Arsenal and Thomas Partey in contract talks. And listen to what we have to talk about today, ladies and gentlemen, because the Thomas Partey contract talks are continuing. Arsenal want to keep Thomas Partey at the club. Look at that. Arsenal want to keep Thomas Partey at the club. This is a new development, ladies and gentlemen, as we have not heard much about Arsenal wanting to keep Thomas Partey at the club. We've heard a lot of things about Thomas Partey potentially leaving in the past, but now are in talks about a new deal. Yes, Thomas Partey's deal is going to run out at the end of the year, and Arsenal are currently in a situation where they're looking to get a new deal with Thomas Partey. So the situation is very key. Then you got a situation here where Thomas Partey is open to a 2-year agreement. So the player is now willing to do a 2-year deal and he does not want a long-term deal, or he's even open to a 1-year deal plus the option for an additional 12 months. However, we'll be considering alternative options in the case a deal cannot be struck. This is what was said earlier today by uh, by David Ornstein. It is apparent that Thomas Partey was set to exit Arsenal this summer, but returning to promising sides has left Arteta and the club keen to extend his stay. Thomas Partey is happy. His family are enjoying living in London. And this is one of the key reasons why Arsenal have changed their reasons on why Thomas Partey should be staying. So here you go. Thoughts on the report, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal are in talks with Thomas Partey over a contract extension. It is not done. It is not close to being done. But let's talk about it. What do you guys think in the comment section? Let me know right now. It looks like the key points are that Thomas Partey has gained the trust back from Mikel Arteta and is now showing his ability and proving himself in that double pivot or in the lone six position week in, week out. He has shown a level of consistency with his injuries, and he doesn't have the same level of recurring injuries that he's had in the past. And also, earlier in the summer, there was rumors of Saudi Arabia, Juventus, and Arsenal were reluctant to sell him because of how big of a part he was, and they couldn't find a proper replacement. So they cooled the talks on that back then. So now it's just a similar situation. As for his contract, it runs out in 2025 summer. So we got a couple weeks, a couple months before it runs out. Arsenal need to give him an extension. And also we're going to need to find a reinforcement in the midfield. We need to go get more to replace Thomas Partey, as he is a significant outgoing player. And unless there's a big offer that comes in for Thomas Partey elsewhere, it is likely he will be staying at Arsenal next season, as the club are looking to improve the depth in other areas of the pitch. And in the long term, we'll be looking to replace him. But in the short term, Thomas Partey with another 2 years would be ideal to assist us in this summer of transition with Jorginho leaving, with a bunch of attackers leaving, and us needing to invest so much in the attack. It almost leaves us short, as it would to leave us short if we were to lose both Partey and Jorginho. I've changed my mind on Partey. Partey has impressed me on his performances this season, and when he's not being played at right back, he is a quality player. So there you go. Let me know what you guys think. We will update you if there's any updates, or if he were to leave, who would be the potential replacements. Let me know. But at this moment in time, this is the news, ladies and gentlemen. Breaking news out of David Ornstein and the Athletic reporting. Once again, for anybody who didn't hear, Arsenal are keen to keep Thomas Partey. He has 12 months left on his deal. We could give him either a 2-year deal or 1+1. And it does look like this might happen. This is great news. If it does happen, I'll be quite excited if this does happen. And hopefully Thomas Partey can stay at the club and he can get himself ready to go for that crucial second leg versus PSG, as he's going to miss the first leg versus PSG. And yeah, if I'm not mistaken, we had Charles Watts report this earlier today, 7 hours ago, before the David Ornstein news, and he was one of the first people to report it. He said the expectations has been that Thomas Partey will leave at the end of the season, but as far as I am aware, there is a feeling that maybe Arsenal are actually not willing to enter into negotiations about an extension, but has not happened yet. There's a sense that people I have spoken to there is a bit of change, and Arsenal would be open to keeping him, whether before the feeling with Partey's side was that it wasn't going to happen, but Arsenal aren't open. Yeah, so originally they thought Arsenal were not open for discussions, but yeah. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen. So this is crucial news because I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I look at our midfield and I say to myself, it never made sense to let both Partey and Jorginho leave. And the logic behind letting Partey leave is he's always injured, he's old. But even then, where are we gonna find a like for like replacement for him? Look at our midfield options. At this moment in time, our midfield options were kind of strapped. We got Mikel Moreno, we got Declan Rice, we got Odegaard, we got Partey, we got Jorginho, we got Maslow Skelly. You probably can throw in Ethan and Kai Havertz. But overall, if we do let Jorginho and uh if we do let Jorginho and Partey leave, we're gonna be down to Mikel Moreno, Odegaard, Declan Rice, Maslow Skelly, and Kai Havertz. And that's going to mean we're going to need more than just one Zubimendi coming in. We're going to need at least a second player coming in, or Mazur Kelly being deployed more often as a midfielder. And I do think he's killing it at left back. I don't want to throw him in midfield yet. So hopefully we can keep Thomas Partey. He's still 31, and he just allows us to then go and strengthen elsewhere. We have so many areas where we need to strengthen, especially in attack. Just look at our attack. Like, we can do so much better than Raheem Sterling, Trossard, Jesus. Like, don't get me wrong, Kai Havertz, Saka, and Martinelli can stay, but Jesus is going to be injured for 6 months. Sterling is going to be out the team and back at Chelsea very soon, and then it just doesn't make sense. But yeah, that's it for today, ladies and gentlemen. Arsenal are going to be facing Crystal Palace very soon, so that is going to be a game that I'm going to be keeping my eye out on, and how this whole Thomas Partey situation progresses, we're going to have to wait and see. The attitude of Arsenal fans, some are saying, you know what, this is a good idea. Some are saying this is a terrible idea. They want him gone. They don't rate Thomas Partey, or they think it's vile, or you know what I mean. Massively, he's massively improved of recent weeks, months. He's not a bad player. Like, he's not a bad player at all. He's a really good player. Some people are saying, "Oh dear, this is a disgrace." Some people are saying he deserves it based on his performances and fitness this season. Let me know where you stand on the whole Thomas Partey situation. Do you think it's a disgrace and a stain on the club, like some people are saying, or do you think this is a good idea? I'm more on the side of I think this is a good idea based on his performances, his fitness, and if Arsenal can keep him, we might as well do it. We might as well do it. But yeah, that's pretty much it for today. That's the David Onstein bomba. That is the news. Thomas Partey. Do you want to keep him? Do you want to sell him? I mean, do you want to keep him? Do you want to let him leave on a free? Let me know right now. I'm out of here, people. Catch you guys in the next video. Peace.